everybody, and welcome to your Wrestling Daily News. I am LJ, Lyra Joe, and here is some wonderful wrestling news, but all of you guys know where we start first. That's right, today in wrestling history, we are going all the way back to 1997, where Bret the Hitman Hart defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in a submission match, which was officiated by special guest Ken Shamrock. Now, the match was stopped and awarded to Hart after Austin had been rendered unconscious in kayfabe, yes, after refusing to admit to Hart's signature sharpshooter finisher. Yes. The match is regarded as one of the greatest wrestling matches in all of history and was even given 5 stars by Mr. Dave Meltzer and, of course, Miss Canadian Heart Foundation. Woo! Now, he is also included. I'm very happy that today is reminiscent of him because he is also included in the news. Well, his wonderful niece is Miss Natalia Hart. Now, but we will be going into our first story, which is all about Edge and his beautiful wife, Beth Phoenix. Now, no, well, yeah, sorry, that was the wonderful match that we just talked about. And there's the happy couple. There we go. Making sure I get these buttons right. You guys are bearing with me. Now, they have recently announced on the Stevens Wrestling Journey show, sounds like an interesting title, very large title. I love to draw, I love illustrating, and I love writing. At some point, I want to do a children's book, and yes, I want to release a children's book, and Beth Phoenix wants to as well. So we might, which I love. I love when wrestlers write children's books. I already have quite a few. I have The Miserable Christmas. I have the Young Bucks book. I have Adam and the Magic Shoe, the Magic Golden Horseshoe. And there's another one that is about, Cody, King of the Mountain, yes, which we don't know what the state of that one is, but I am eager to read your comments. But it is wonderful to know that another wrestler is just getting into the business again of writing wonderful children's books because they're always so wholesome. They always seem to have great art and just such a good message, whether it actually been about wrestling or not, because the Golden Horseshoe one was all about just having courage in yourself. So it doesn't always have to be about wrestling, but it's very adorable. And they finished off by saying, we got an idea, and it's definitely a kid's book, so I cannot wait on how that story develops. So stick with us because I will be all over this story and maybe even a book review when it comes out. So, but moving on to a Mrs. Ronda Rousey, because she is a Mrs. and also, I don't know, I think she's married. Yeah, she's and a mama, but even though she don't look like she had kids, because none of the women wrestlers look like they had any children. They look like they're just like, whoop, have a kid, and they just come back, they're just Elastigirls, just like whoosh, back to normal, back to perfection. I don't know how you do that. I don't know, but wrestling has its secrets, I guess. But on to her, she recently stated in her recent Facebook gaming stream that she tore her labral frenulum. Frenulum. Now, as far as I can tell, that would be the top little part of skin that holds your lip to your gums, that little piece of skin. Some people get it pierced. I've seen people have those piercings. It seems very painful, but each to their own. So she said that just recently that is what is torn. But she was quoted saying, "I'm totally fine. I tore the frenulum, apparently, which is the little piece of skin that connects your lip to your jaw. And I'm so sick and not feeling good right now." So she's kind of feeling like crap, but she is still doing training. And, SmackDown was very physical for her. She's really getting in the ring, really, proving herself, trying to build up her reputation. I'm she knows the fans like wrestling, so she's gonna wrestle. So I'm sure that will be healed soon, and I hope that she feels better soon because, it's spring is coming. Could just be a little allergy, chest cold. Everybody gets something. Now, moving on, we have look at the man of the day. We see there Mr. Bret Hart and Mrs. Natalia Hart. We have Natalia commenting on Bret Hart being attacked by a fan at the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame. Now, if you're not familiar with this event, during the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony, I swear, I drink water. I don't know. Bret Hart was giving his induction speech for the Hart Foundation with his wonderful niece there, and he was then tackled to the mat by a fan that jumped into the ring. Natalia was in the ring to represent her father, Jim Neidhart, and she was taken down as well. So I don't know what fan thought that where his audacity came from, but that's not okay. Okay? You want to know? You want to know?
Shut up!
It's for the fan that tackled Bret Hart and Natalia Hart. How dare you touch royalty? Canadian royalty. But Natalia recently appeared on ICProud.com, and she talked about the incident, saying she will never forget it, but all she can do right now is laugh because it's not funny, but anything can really happen, and if you don't laugh, you cry, so it's better to do that. So she did say that her dad wasn't there, so that is why she was in the ring, so it was already a very emotional day, so I don't know where the audacity comes from, because she could have just ripped that fan's head off, and just the sheer anger of you're ruining such a pure moment for the Hart family. So, but she ends the wonderful quote saying, "We are resilient. Bret and I got knocked down. We got right back up and we kept going." That's right. You can't keep the Hart Foundation down for long. Now, for our next story, we are going straight to Mr. Eddie Kingston. Mr. Eddie Kingston, look at that. He has recently had an appearance on Wrestling with Freddie podcast and talked about his promos and all of his mental struggles over the years. Definitely pinpointing that he is his own worst enemy, which I don't know about you, but I greatly identify with as well, because I'm my own worst critic. So it's so nice to see a wrestler that's just so open about their mental health and their struggles and their journey, and even bringing it into the promos, because he says how the promos are a type of therapy for him. He does say quite a lot. I'm not going to completely read everything to you, because you might glaze over. It's all good. But he's very much goes into detail on how the period of time between 2007 2008 he was on a roll, and just really he was doing good. He was doing all these big indies, just like Ring of Honor, PWG, and wrestling every weekend, 3 times 4 times a week, and then he got in his own head. So again, we have heard this from Eddie Kingston, but it's really good to just try to remember that everybody seems to get in their head, whether you are a fantastic wrestler, wrestling 3 to 4 times a week, getting booked everywhere, making sure you have the bag, and you're still going to feel a little iffy, which is okay. You're a human, and so is Eddie. So it's so nice to hear him normalizing this, and he's like, no, you need help? Yes, for fucking help. Yes. He also goes into he had his drinking and such, and how he got such a bad reputation and he gained weight, and how most of that was just himself telling himself that, and it all just snowballed down. So it's very good to know that now he is doing much better. He's in a good, healthy relationship. He's going to therapy. He's doing the promos. You can see it happen live on AEW Dynamite. Maybe there's a little bit of a watch party tonight, wink, wink, of the AEW Dynamite. But he says that even at AEW, there's moments with his little doubting voice, but we all have those. And so far, he's already got his best friend Mox back, so he's already there. Yes, he's teaming with Brian, but I'm sure Mox is right there to, give him a hug. Ruby Soho is hanging out with him, whole bunch of the guys backstage. So he seems to have surrounded himself with a very healthy group of people, which has definitely helped his state of mind. And even outside of work, he seems to have very much improved everything in his life. So, more the best to you, Eddie. Put some W's down in the chat because he is winning. And speaking of, winning something, this is 2.0 and they were signed by AW. That's not the news, however. The news, however, is that they have recently filed a trademark for the term, oh yeah, wait for me here, Daddy Magic. Yep, you heard that right. Daddy Magic. Yeah. So whether that is going to be a move, a new team name, I don't know. They refer to Daniel Garcia as their son a lot, I guess. Yeah. But Matt Lee and Jeff Parker of 2.0. Yep. They were formerly known as Everrise in WWE NXT. If you're like, hey, those guys look familiar, that's where they've been. So that's yeah. I'm just, this will be interesting, huh? Yeah. But hey, question of the day. That's right. We have the question of the day every single day, and today's question is, what is your favorite tag team name? Is it Daddy Magic? Is it Blade Runners, where Sting and Warrior were once tag teamed in the 80s because Sting's first name was Blade? Yep. You guys tell me down in the comments what your favorite tag team name is in all of wrestling history, or if you made one up yourself, because I love all these creative things, and every time people get to be creative about wrestling, it's even more fun. So that has been the news. I have been LJ, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell icon, and we definitely reply and like your comments, so always remember to comment and, tell your friends, share it with your family. The wrestling news, it's always here. It's back. It's not going nowhere. All read everything. Move over, Eva Marie. I'm just kidding, but I hope everybody has a good rest of their day. And, maybe you guys can come join us if you want, since there's AEW Dynamite tonight. And you know what that means, a watch party with the Wrestling for Life Network. Yes! So come to the channel later and hang out with us, watch some wrestling, put us on in the background, just have some chill friends to watch wrestling with. You're either going to learn something or start laughing. So either one is wonderful. Now, have a good rest of your day.